guys, welcome to another episode of On the Bank Angling. This is sort of series, this one. I'm going to tackle the Mere, Uttley Mere, which is in Cheshire, Lim. Good head of fish in here. 20 pounders. There's an orange one, called the orange one, good name. That one's here at £20.8 last time it came out, and it's been a sort of target fish of mine for a while because I used to fish here quite a lot as a kid, and you know, I just come back onto it now after Dunham Massey took it over. Good club, good members. Yeah, so hopefully we're going to get some fish. I'll show you my rigs that I'm using and the approach that I'm taking. I might even run you around the lake a bit later on if I get the chance. Otherwise you'll see all that in the episodes to follow, because I'll be here quite a while, I think. I'm only doing the one session today, and then obviously I'll be coming back, hoping to get down here every Thursday and Saturday really, so there'll be quite a lot of footage, hopefully a lot of fish for you to see. But for now, I'll keep you updated and anything that I get. Okay guys, so this is rig number one. It couldn't get much simpler really. Just an inline lead with no tubing, because I was using lead core leader on here and it just wasn't working for me. I was losing fish on it, and it's quite weedy, and it's quite a lot of lily pads here. So what I've done is I've got a shortened KD rig. That's also from losing fish with a longer hair, so I've shortened that hair right down, put it inside an inline lead just so I can pop it all inside a solid bag. I've got a little bit of dark matter putty on there to counterbalance the weight, because I've got two pop-up corns with a sinking corn in the middle, and all that does is it lets it sit on the bottom just up a little bit like that, and it will waft around and it will be a lot more natural in the water. On the other rig I'm using a dumbbell. It's a spicy sausage, and it does smell quite nice. It's quite red inside as well. It's really bright colour, really smelly, good bait that one. I've got a bit of dark matter putty on there just to give it that extra kick, so when the fish picks the hook up, nails it in the bottom lip every time, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. That's rig number one done. It's just a 15 pound fluorocarbon line with the KD rig, counterbalancing a wafting bait so it's quite natural in the water. Yeah, and that's been doing a little bit of damage on here for me. I had a 15.5 pound mirror on that one, so I'm hoping that it does damage today as well. I'll run you through my other rigs once they come out of the water. Okay guys, so what I have done here is I've got a little bucket that didn't have anything in, so I thought I'd show you the rig underwater. So I've filled it up with some of the lake water, and I'll just drop it in so you can see it swinging around there. Just stop that and then just throw it in, and you can see there that KD rig, the hook laying on the bottom flat with your pop-up corn there, popped up, lovely, sitting right up, so it's quite buoyant, but there's still the bottom part on the bed, on the lake bed, sorry. And it's just a perfect little rig. That'll all be inside a solid bag, and it'll explode. The bag will explode out on the bottom, leaving it all nicely presented on the bottom. It's probably one of the best ways to make sure your rigs are presented well, and that's just by putting in a PVA bag, either on threading it onto your hook length or putting everything inside the PVA bag, but making sure you space your lead and your rig apart, so you don't want your rig to sort of sit like that. You don't want that. So you make sure you space it out a bit, and it'll sit perfectly every time. You can see there the rig, and it just hits the bottom and it'll sit there. Wait for a cart to pick it up. That putty will act as a counterbalance or a weight. You can use a split shot if you want, but I find the putty just a bit more manageable. And hook the fish in the bottom lip every time. That's the rig that I'm going to be using today, and it's a rig that's done quite well on here, as I said before. But I just thought I'd show you it working, just so you know exactly what it looks like. Okay guys, the rods are out. I've got one to the left of the lily pads and one to the right. Having to fish completely slackline because of the amount of lilies that are still in the swim out into the middle, so my line is trailing over the top of some lilies. I've tried to get it down as best as possible before I've slackened off the rods. So I think, well, I'm pretty sure that I've managed to get the lines on the bottom out of the way. The swans are going over the top of my lines and they're not causing a havoc, so I'm going to guess that my lines are well on the bottom. So as I said, I've got one to the right hand just on the point of the lilies there, and one on the left with a point to the point of the lilies, and one on the right just as they go round the corner. I have caught fish from the post. I don't know if you can see that out in the middle there. I have caught fish from the post, so I might be chucking one out there a bit later on, but it's just a waiting game now, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to have a mooch round if nothing happens, and I'll show you some more of the lake, or I'll be catching fish and not be able to go around, so hopefully it's the latter of the two, but we'll see what happens and I'll keep you informed. Right then guys, I've just moved around onto peg 2. It's quite a hard lake, this one. You can come for 5-6 sessions and not catch a thing, and then on your 7th you can catch 4 or 5 fish. It really does involve a lot of work to catch on this water. I mean, there's still people in the club that have come down 10 times and not caught a thing, not even had a bite. There's a good head of carp in here. They're just quite hard fish to catch. I mean, the swans don't make it very easy. You see there, he's just sat on top of my line because it drops to about, well, it drops from about 2 foot all the way out. So we're fishing quite shallow water. I've got it just as you can see the tree on the far bank, just against the reeds and the tree there. It's about 4 foot there, so it drops a bit. So fishing a bit deeper water as the sun's gone away a bit. As the sun comes out, I might try and get him on the top a bit later on. There's another bloke fishing on the other side. He's just missed the orange one off the top. I had it going last night on the top, but it took 5 mixers and it seemed to know every time which one had the hook in it, so it's a clever fish. He's just clearing out a swim for himself now. He's just, as I say, he's just missed the orange one. He said it took his mixer right down and spat it out before he could strike. But he said there's a big common swimming with it. There are a few fish in here that people don't know of. It used to be fished quite a lot. It used to be classed as, believe it or not, it used to be classed as a runs water. And then all of a sudden the fishing just got really hard. And over the last, say, 8 years, it's just been solid, the fishing. But we're persistent, we keep coming down, keep trying to catch some of the beauties that are in here, and we'll just see what happens. I'll keep you updated on what happens later on. Hopefully I can catch a fish for you guys. If not, I'm sure that there'll be fish to come in the later episodes. Just keep watching. Right then guys, just got a dinner plate. First fish of the day. When it calms down a bit I'll show you. Not the fish I'm after, but it's still a fish. Just this dinner plate here. Nice bream, probably about for about £4, maybe 5. It's quite thick. There we go, off the mark, first fish of the day. Give it a kiss. Let's get that fish back. Well, bit of a turnout for the books. Still pretty speechless at the minute, to be honest with you. I've managed to catch the orange one, which is a target fish of mine, and the biggest known fish in this water. Hard day fishing, only had one bream as you've seen, and then got the old stalking rod out, tried to get a few off the top, and saw a big orange mouth come up. Knew exactly which one it was. Cracking fish, it's just a lovely fish. And done all the photos and weighed it. It weighed in just over £20. Just over £20, so I'm speechless. I'm struggling with my words, struggling with all sorts. I'll show you it now. And she's ready. There it is. Biggest fish in the lake, just over £20, everyone's target fish. Today I've managed to get it. I'm really happy with that. Ooh, she wanted to go early then. It's a cracking fish. Real girth on it. Really nice. Always sticks her pecs out apparently when you catch this one. There it is. I can't say I didn't deserve it. I've spent, wouldn't even like to guess. I've had six sessions with a blank so far. Today I had the bream, and usually I always catch a bream and a carp. And today happens to be the orange one, the biggest fish in the lake. Absolutely ecstatic. So I think I'll slip her back now. She's had quite enough of photos and all sorts done with her. She's in caught another day. One last one. Go on then, beauty. Go on then, girl. Cracking. Absolutely amazing. Happiest guy alive right now.